special diet when she appeared beside my car. I calmly pulled out my phone and started recording, making it obvious I was documenting the interaction. She ranted about betrayal and deception while I loaded groceries into my trunk. Then something unexpected happened. Her voice cracked, and she admitted she'd always been jealous. The admission seemed to surprise her as much as me. She quickly covered it with more anger, but the truth had slipped out. The local Business Journal editor called the next morning. They'd heard about my story through the Restaurant Association and wanted to feature it in their success stories column. I agreed to the interview, seeing an opportunity to control the narrative. Ashley visited that afternoon while James was at work. She appeared at my door looking uncomfortable but determined. She apologized for James's behavior, explaining she'd been kept in the dark about the family dynamics. We sat in my kitchen while Dad napped, and she shared her perspective on the situation. Mom finally saw the family group chat history when I showed her my phone. She scrolled through months of messages, her face growing paler with each screen. They'd allocated my contributions based on minimum wage. They'd discussed my limitations and realistic expectations for someone in my position. They'd even said I wouldn't understand the medical terms involved in Dad's care. Her hands shook as she handed back the phone. The evidence of how they'd systematically excluded and diminished me was undeniable. She'd been included in some of these conversations, though she claimed not to have paid attention to the details. My clients organized an appreciation dinner without telling me. I arrived at what I thought was a routine consultation to find 20 restaurant owners gathered to show their support. They'd each prepared testimonials about how my work had impacted their businesses. The gesture overwhelmed me more than any of my siblings' attacks. Robert saw my car at the upscale restaurant while driving past. He stormed in, pushing past the hostess to confront me during the client dinner. The room fell silent as he accused me of flaunting my wealth while our family struggled. My clients watched in stunned silence as he revealed more about himself than about me. The owner of the restaurant personally escorted Robert out. Several clients approached me afterward, sharing their own stories of family members who'd resented their success. The incident actually strengthened our professional relationships. 3 families from Garfield Elementary reached out with support. They'd heard the truth from restaurant owners in our community. One parent told me their business existed because of my consultation 3 years ago. Their children attended the school where I served lunch, and they wanted me to know they stood behind me. Carol's husband, Paul, sent an unexpected text. He apologized for the photo that started everything. He hadn't known it would cause this chaos. The message was brief and seemed carefully worded, like he was trying to distance himself from the situation. Mom made a discovery that changed her perspective entirely. While going through old cards, she found ones Dad had written to me over the years. "Proud of my entrepreneur," one said, dated 5 years ago when my siblings were mocking my cafeteria job. "My daughter the business owner," said another. Dad had known all along and kept my secret. The security service I hired started the next week. I'd found Robert parked outside my house 3 times, just sitting in his car, checking on Dad. While technically legal, the behavior was unsettling. The security company installed additional cameras and began random patrols. The entire cafeteria staff signed a letter supporting me to the school board. Maria had organized it quietly, gathering signatures from everyone who'd worked with me over the years. Even retired staff members had contributed testimonials about my character and work ethic. Carol's Facebook rants became increasingly unhinged. Her posts grew longer and more rambling, filled with contradictions and accusations that made little sense. Mutual friends began distancing themselves, privately messaging me with apologies for initially believing her version. Dad achieved a milestone